It's that time of the year. School is back in session.
Summer is coming to a close as students and teachers are gearing up for another year of fun and learning.
We're going to share some of our favorite tips and tricks to help you earn an A+ in organization on this episode of DIY Today. Hello everyone and welcome back to DIY Today. I'm Brittany.
I'm Jama.
And I'm John.
Today we're going to take a look at some fun projects as the kids are packing their backpacks and heading back to school.
When it comes to being successful in the classroom, organization is the name of the game. Studies have shown time and time again that strong organizational and time management skills are the key to academic success from elementary school all the way through college.
Even if next week's math assignment isn't all that exciting, you can still have fun with these unique and crafty ways to help prep for success.
After the break, Jama's going to show us how to keep all of your pens and pencils together in a really creative way. Stay with us. We're back. And Jama's going to show us how to make a pen and pencil case that you definitely won't find in stores.
I have a daughter who is a pen and pencil hoarder, so I thought if I made these cute pencil pouches, she could keep all her pens and pencils together. I made this one out of a Sprite 12-pack box, and this one was just made out of a file folder if you want to decorate it. Today we're going to make one out of a cereal box. First you have to flatten your box, and then you can find this template on www.bristol10.org. This will be the front of your pencil pouch, so try to fit it on your box on the picture you'd want on the front. Then we're going to trace the template on the box. Next, cut it out.
So kids can use any of the cereal boxes or gummy boxes or pretty much anything that they have at their house that's paper, cardboard.
Sure, candy boxes would be really colorful. And it's easy enough for kids to make on their own. Okay, we're almost finished. Okay, when you're finished cutting, it should look like the template.
That's some pretty impressive scissor work to cut around those tight curves like that.
On the template, there are dotted lines to show you where to score your pencil pouch. And you can just use a paper clip to make your score lines and a ruler. So I'm just going to do it like. Once you score it, you can easily fold where it needs to be folded. hold it together. Tuck your bottom tab in and use some tape. We have double-sided tape, but you can use other tape if you'd like. Whatever you, or glue would work. Okay, and then one more score line so we can make the tab. Okay, then you fill it with pencils. And put Velcro to close, for your closure. All right, and you have, well, a cute little pencil pouch to keep your pencils.
We'll be back in a moment and I'll show you another creative storage solution for pencils, rulers, or just about any other type of supplies you may have. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. The end of summer usually means the beginning of canning season. If you find yourself with some extra mason jars, John has a neat way to put them to use.
This is a really neat way if you do have some of those extra jars lying around to keep up with all your craft supplies, your school supplies. These could even make some great back-to-school teacher gifts. We've just taken some just regular old ball mason canning jars and we've covered them with a few different colors of just an acrylic paint. We've got a yellow, a black, and sort of an off-white color here, but any color that you want to paint on them is perfectly fine. You'll see on the yellow and the black one we've used a little bit of sandpaper to kind of distress them and give them that old, rustic, sort of worn-in look. On the white one here, I'll show you kind of how we go over some of the raised up parts of the jar with just a little tiny square of sandpaper. And if you take right here along the logo, and just rub the sandpaper over it, picks the paint up off of the very top of these raised up, debossed areas. Got a little bit of yellow paint on here where it bumped up against our yellow jar, so we'll just rough this up, make it a little more distressed on this side. And now you'll take the lid, you'll want to leave the little insert out of the ring on the lid so that you just put it right back on the top. And then whatever type of supplies you want to throw in these. We've got some pencils, maybe even a pair of scissors, a ruler. In the black one we've even got some flowers inserted in there. One thing you might want to consider doing after you've painted them, this paint can rub off a little bit as you saw with our sandpaper. So you can get like a spray enamel coating to put on the outside of it, and that'll protect the outside of your project from any bumping around that it might do. Another really neat idea you could do, instead of using just a black acrylic paint, you could even buy some spray chalkboard paint and then just use chalk to make your own designs on the outside of it, so you can put a name or a label on the jar, or like I said, if you're using it for a teacher's gift, you could even write her name on the outside of it, or first grade, whatever sounds fun. This is another great project that kids can help you out with, because they could go and take these jars, put stickers or something like that on the outside of it, and really personalize their own little homework or study space to really make it their own, and give them a fun place to do their homework so they don't necessarily dread it as much when they're going to do it every night.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Welcome back to DIY Today. Now, keeping up with all the assignments and tests, meetings, and practices that students have at school can be pretty overwhelming, but a little organization can go a long way. Brittany is going to show us how to stay on top of all those tasks while brightening up our study space at the same time.
Now I'm going to make a dry erase calendar made out of picture frames. It's really simple. You'll need some designer paper, which you can find at any store with a scrapbook aisle. And what you'll want to do is just take out one of the photos that's in the frame itself. And we found a neat little frame that already had like a collage together. But you can also do this with a bunch of frames and just hot glue them together. But we're going to take the photo that was in the original frame, and then you'll sit it on top of your craft paper. And then use some scissors to cut that out so it'll be exactly the size that we'll need for the picture frame.
And you could really use just about anything that you could think of to put in the background of these frames.
Right, yes.
And that's really neat with coordinating colors for the paper.
Definitely.
You could even use photos of your friends or family, or pictures that you've taken yourself. Okay, and we'll go ahead and cut out the other one because we're going to show you how to make two separate today.
You can also get the colors to coordinate your dorm room or your bedroom or kitchen, wherever you wanted to hang it.
These are really simple to make. If you could find some picture frames that were small enough, you could even put one on the inside of a locker. Okay, and then once you have your craft paper cut out, you'll just take some markers and you'll mark the day of the week. So the one that we're doing right now is going to be a Saturday.
I like how you made all different fonts for your...
Yes, each one of the days of the week is a different font just to kind of make it funky and neat. And the very first one, I'll just put my week.
You could personalize it with your name if you wanted to.
You could put anything you like. Okay, and now we're just going to turn it over and insert those inside of our picture frames. All kinds of things this can be used for. There's our Saturday. There's our my week. And then we're just going to put the back on.
I see these collage frames in stores all the time, but this is something I never would have thought of doing with them, but it's a really great idea.
It really is. It's very crafty. And these really can be found anywhere. And this is what it looks like when you're done. And you can take your dry erase marker. You can take your dry erase marker and you can just write, today we're going to have a meeting at 9. And Monday class at 2.
So if you use a dry erase marker, you can easily change it out every week.
Every week. This would be great for college students who have so many classes and meetings that they have to go through throughout the week.
I think everyone should probably get enough supplies to make at least 2 or 3 of these, one for each student and probably one for their parents too.
Well, we hope you're just as excited as we are about getting back to school and getting organized. If you'd like more detailed instructions or to watch this episode again, just visit bristoltn.org and click on DIY today.
We'll see you next time with more crafts, tips, and tricks that you can do yourself at home. Thanks for watching.